TV show on the Independent Film Channel, and I interviewed Samuel Jackson, the great actor. And I didn't want to ask him about what it was like working with Quentin Tarantino for the millionth time. So I did a lot of research on him, and I found out that he was friends with a lot of the famous Black Panthers, that he was an usher at Martin Luther King's funeral, and that he was a real part of the civil rights movement. So when I met him, I said, can we talk about you being friends with a Huey Newton? And he went, yeah! And we spent the whole hour talking about that. And he said something really interesting. He said, we all used to smoke weed. And one day, where we lived, there was no more weed, and all of a sudden, all you could buy was heroin. It was like one day, boom, cannabis gone, heroin in. So I said, you didn't start using heroin, did you? He said, of course we did! And they all became hooked. And that was Hoover, that was COINTELPRO. I remember in the 1980s, when I was in Black Flag living in Los Angeles, we would leave on these massive tours, like multiple fiscal quarters at a time, and come back ragged. And we'd come back and go to the local wherever and hang out and find out what had been happening since we had been gone. And it was usually bad news. He's dead, she's dead, and it was from crystal meth, it was from heroin, overdosing, suicide, just beautiful young people dying. And I remember right around 1983, you could almost trip over bags of heroin on the streets of Hollywood. Yes, I'm exaggerating a little bit, not too much. You eat at Denny's. Would you like a side of heroin? How much? It's only $1.75. And I talked to people who would tell me and my girlfriend, we've been trying heroin for the last 6 weeks. I mean, we're not addicted. We're just checking it out. Like, why are you trying heroin? Because our weed dealers now have heroin too, and they're giving us a discount. In fact, they gave us our first 3 doses for free. And that's when I realized that they are trying to kill us. And I was 23 at the time, it was like 1984, right around the time I read Howl by Allen Ginsberg, one of the greatest pieces of American literature. I went, wait a minute, this is us. We are being predated upon. They are hunting us down and killing us. So they can go to the LA Times and say, see, that's what they do. They do heroin and they overdose in bathtubs. They're disgusting and they need to be put in prison. And that's when it really opened my eyes to the scam of law enforcement in this country and this is the war on drugs. This is your pal Ronald Reagan. I think the war on drugs started with Nixon, but it was Ronald Reagan who really made it a thing. And that was a part of it. So as far as angering people that we are pro-cannabis, basically pro-science, pro-intellect, pro-progress, you think you're not pissing people off? Like I said 30 minutes ago, you are going up against the prison-industrial complex, law enforcement in any state, big pharma, and big agriculture. You're going up against some of the mightiest money-making forces in this country with your humble cannabis store. And that's why you need to be really cool and really smart and really dig the people in your community, because they protect you and you protect them. And this change, no administration is going to like it. And not even the Obama administration was that cool about this. And this present one will be even less cool. Going forwards, I don't have a crystal ball. All I have is you. And all we have is us and our good ideas going forward. As far as us versus the CIA, that's fairly terrifying.